Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. Welcome to Hot Mic Sports. Welcome to another edition of Dynasty on College Football 26. We are in Season 3 with the Delaware Blue Hens, and they are 1-1 after 2 games, and kind of funny. We lost to a team we should have beat, and then last night we went into 4th-ranked Penn State and beat them 17-7. So I would think if we were going to be 1-1, we would have beat UAB and lost to Penn State. But you never know. That's why they play the games. Either way, the Blue Hens are 1-1, and they have their very first Midwest Conference game right here tonight on the road at Miami of Ohio. The Red Hawks are off to a 1-2 start. I don't know if they've played any conference games yet or not. Hey, Cameron, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well tonight. What's up, Godspeed? Thank you for joining as well. Hope you're doing well as well. Well, I'm sure you know by now the Hurricanes beat Notre Dame last night. What a game. What a game that was, 27-24, and I'll tell you, getting down near the end of that game, I saw a lot of familiarities happening. I thought sure as shit we were going to lose that game. We had a very solid 21-7 lead, and then watched it disappear. And I thought, well, here we go again. But the Hurricanes pulled it out last night. The new field goal kicker, I can't remember his name, Adams, I think it is. Man, he is an adventure. He did not miss. He didn't miss, so that's good, but he's always off to the right. All of his kicks are off to the right. And, man, when I say off to the right, I'm not talking just a little bit to the right of center. He was sneaking them all inside, just inside the right upright. He didn't miss any, though. But, my God, that's quite a roller coaster ride when he's going to try and kick the ball. But he didn't miss any, so that's all you can ask for. And he did kick a 47-yarder with just under a minute to play to give us the victory. Hey, Ken, my day's not too bad. Kind of a lazy, boring day today. Kind of nice. Nice change from everything that's been going on. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good day. Not too bad, Godspeed. Thank you for asking. Glad to hear you're doing all right. Yeah, it was that dude's. I'll tell you what. I don't know if you saw that I want to say Adams. I can't remember his name. 47-yard field goal, and it hit the top of the netting. That shit would have been good from 65. Easy. I mean, he's got quite the boot. He just needs to work on his accuracy a little bit. Again, he didn't miss any, so, I mean, that's good. But, whoo, my God, they all go to the right. Every one of his kicks went to the right, and just inside the right upright. So the Hurricanes get a win, and that's big. It wasn't perfect by any means. Definitely have some defensive issues to work out in the secondary. But, hey, we got by Notre Dame, who played for the national championship. And I know they lost. They're not the same team. I get that. They're still a team that's favored to be back in the playoffs again. So they're a good team. And we have some stuff to clean up in the secondary. Few things on offense on the offensive line, but not too bad. And we're going to play Bethune-Cookman Saturday night, so that's going to be good. That should be good to work out some of those things. So that's good. That's good. It's a very good start. And the schedule, it's kind of it's medium strong. I would say it's medium strong. Right now, I'd say that was the toughest game on the schedule. We do have Florida coming up. They're ranked 15th. We don't know what's going on with Florida State yet. And we got SMU later on in the season. So it's, I don't know. Good start, though. Very good start. All right. Very good, Cameron. Very good. All right, so the Delaware Blue Hens have their first Midwest Conference game right here tonight Let's take a look inside the numbers. And it looks fairly even. We're a 72 overall. There is 71 across the board. We're a 74 offense and an equal 71 defense. Impact player to keep an eye on, Jeremiah McClellan for Miami. He is wide receiver, 86 overall. He's better than anybody on our roster. And there is a look at the Midwest Conference standings. Nobody's played a conference game yet. So this is the conference opener for both squads. All right, and this is game number 3 for us. So we will go with uniform number 3. I think we have 5 to choose from, maybe 6. So you have home, away. This is 3, so we go with current alternate, which is the black and the gold. I like that one. That one stands out nicely. And we'll see what they got, black and gold. They can go with their red and white. Let's see what else they got. The red, I don't want to go black and red. Black and white's nice. Their home is good enough. All right. All right, so here we go. You know, I was thinking about something today, and something dawned on me. The whole time that we did not have college football, the video game, 10 years or so, right? I was always saying that the game never should have gone away. I never really cared about the players, using the players, the real players in the game. Because in Madden, absolutely, you want your real players. But in college football, they graduate in 4 years, go pro after 3, so you don't have them for long periods of time. Quick weather report. Oxford, Ohio is the location. Overcast skies, 84 degrees, and a 12-mile-an-hour wind, so we will have to worry about that wind here this afternoon. We're going to kick off. So, in Madden, you want the real players, but in college, it doesn't really matter because, worst case scenario, they're 5 years on your roster. Best case scenario, and then they're gone. And after 5 years in your dynasty, your roster is completely made up of generic players. So I've always been saying, why didn't EA Sports just continue making the game and just stop using real players? Who cares? The vast majority of players, I think, video game players, don't care about the names. Oh, damn, dude, missed them. I would say the vast majority of video game players don't really care about having the actual names of the players on their rosters, again, because they're only there for a few seasons, and then they're gone. So, I always said for years and years, it doesn't matter, put the fucking game out. I'll use generic players. I don't care, I just want college football. Well, it finally dawned on me this morning why they didn't. Because they very well could have put out a game with fake generic players. They got 4th and 11 at their 16. We're going to come after it. And I don't know what took me so long to figure it out. But it's Ultimate Team. It's Ultimate Team why they didn't put it out. Because they were going to lose money. They could have put the game out. Gave us Dynasty mode. Be a player mode. Road to Glory. They could have done all that. But they couldn't have done Ultimate Team without the use of the names, the images, and the likenesses. And then they wouldn't have been able to nickel and dime us out of billions of dollars. Here's Claiborne, big run to the left of center. Good start, 25-yard gain. So the reason that we didn't have college football as a video game for 10 years is not because of the players in their lawsuit. It's because of the greed on the part of EA Sports. And I know they watch my shit, and I don't care, man. Facts are facts. Because we could have had the game with generic players and no Ultimate Team. But they wouldn't have been able to nickel and dime us out of millions of dollars without the Ultimate Team. So that is the reason we didn't have college football video game for 10 years. And that's just greed, man. It fucked us out of all those years of playing the game just because they couldn't put Ultimate Team in the game. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they just put out the game? They could still charge us 70, 80, 90 bucks a year. Here's Jake Brednell. Brednell. I don't even remember his name today. Touchdown, Delaware. But what, do you agree with that? What's your take on that? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Thank you, Godspeed. Because it just dawned on me today. For years and years, I'm saying, make the game, just make the game. We'll play with generic players. We do it now. Why wouldn't we? And it just dawned on me today. I don't know why it took so long. But, do you guys agree? Would you guys agree with that, or would you disagree? Why did we not have the game for 10 years? I think they could have put out a game with just Dynasty and be a player, generic players, and I would have been perfectly happy with it. I think that it's because they couldn't nickel and dime us out of millions of dollars with the Ultimate Team. Taco Bell to kick it off. After he kicks the PAT, the kick goes to the 1 yard line. Blue Hens have a 7-0 lead here in their first ever conference or Midwest Conference game. I was just thinking about that this morning. I was playing Ultimate Team this morning. That's why I was thinking about it. And I don't give them any money. Fucking bitch. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I don't know why, Cameron. I really don't know why. It doesn't make sense as to anything that's been in the game that was taken out, like the FCS teams. Yale used to be in there. They had the Ivy League in there. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I don't know why. Stupid. Doesn't make sense. But I was just thinking that this morning. That's probably the reason. Oh, they keep going with a hurry-up offense. It's screwing me up here. I was paying attention that time, too. But I think that's why we didn't have it all those years, because they couldn't screw us out of all that money. They could have given us a game with just Dynasty and Road to Glory, and every single college football video game player would have been happy with that. We didn't need Ultimate Team. They still would have made money, not nearly the millions that they do now, because they nickel and dime people to death. Not me. I don't give them any money. But I think that's why they wouldn't do it. They needed the NIL to offer Ultimate Team. I don't know. I just think that's really shitty. It doesn't really matter. We have the game back now and everything is fine. But I was just thinking about that this morning. And it kind of annoyed me a little bit. Here's Claiborne, another hole and another first down. He's off to a pretty good game so far. 40 yards. He's got a 25-yard carry and a 15-yard carry. Yeah, as to why the FCS teams are not in, I have no idea, Cameron. There's no reason. Give us more options to play with, make our gaming experience even better? God. I don't know. Yeah, they're giving them all a cut this year, Ken. But yeah, everything's about the money. But isn't some money better than no money? I mean, if they gave us a game with just Dynasty and Road to Glory with generic players, 95% of college football video game players are going to be perfectly happy with that and pay $70 for the game every year. And they would get some money. Again, not the mega millions that they get on Ultimate Team, but isn't some money better than no money? I mean, that would be my business plan. Some money, yeah, we'll take it. No money? No, I don't want no money. McKinley makes the catch, shakes the tackle, and picks up a couple extra yards. He's to the 22-yard line. But yeah, it's definitely all about the money. No question about that. Streeter back to pass. He's got somebody. It's McConomy out of the backfield. Wide open on the left. And right now, McConomy's slow to get up. Delaware's moving the ball with ease against the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. First ever Midwest Conference game for the Blue Hens. Spiller, big hole, first down, still on his feet. They power him down at the 5-yard line. It's first and goal. It's 1-2 punch here of Spiller and Claiborne. Starting to come into their own here this year. Did anybody watch the Hurricanes game last night? The Miami Notre Dame game? Here's Claiborne on the jet sweep. Couldn't get in. They mark him out of bounds at the 3. Second and goal for the Blue Hens at the Redhawks 3. Probably last play of the first quarter, and it's not going to be a touchdown. He gets to the 1. That's going to do it. We got one in the books from Ohio. Delaware 7, Miami nothing. Oh, Gatsby didn't watch it, no? Yeah, I did too, Ken. I did too. Believe me, I've been a Hurricanes fan for a long time, and I saw it happening. I saw another Cristobal collapse coming. But we did. Spiller's in for the touchdown. We did a good job in holding him off. And that kicker, how about that kicker, man? I think his name is Adams. What a roller coaster ride when he's kicking the ball. That's what I was talking about before. He didn't miss any, but he kicks that shit to the far right. I mean, sneaking all of them just inside the right upright. I can't complain. He didn't miss any, but he is definitely not down the center. It was gut-wrenching every time he kicked the ball. But like I said, every one of them was good, so you can't complain. And that 47-yarder would have been good from 67. That was a monster boot. Too close to the upright for my liking, though. A little bit of wind would fuck that shit right up. 10-play drive, 81 yards for the Blue Hens. 2 minutes, 45 seconds off the clock. And 2 seconds into the second quarter, Delaware's got a 14-0 lead. Oh, yeah, Cameron, yeah. Yeah, I thought Notre Dame was going to win, too. I did. I really did. I've been along for the ride with the Hurricanes. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to go there. I wanted to be a Cane. And over the last couple of years, well, the last 15 years or so, it's been quite the roller coaster ride with our coaches. And Cristobal has been an adventure, but I mean, he's won a lot more than he's lost. But we've had a lot of collapses. And I thought that was going to be another one last night. I was prepared for it. I was mentally prepared for it. When they tied the game, I was mentally prepared for it. Yeah, they had at one point they had the ball for like 13 consecutive minutes at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. I mean, and they put 14 points on the board out of it, which is good. And they were just dominating every aspect of the game. And that kid for Notre Dame, their quarterback, C.J. Carr, everyone was talking about how composed he was. I don't know what game they were watching, because he made a lot of terrible passes. The pressure definitely affected him. And they were trying to say that he was calm under pressure. He made some really stupid passes. He made a lot of bad passes, and it was from pressure and on the run. Now, he made some good ones, too. I'm not going to say he sucked completely. Oh, shit. Bitch. But he made a lot of bad passes under the pressure, and I didn't see the calmness that they were talking about. I saw an interception that he threw. It wasn't really his fault, but it was a bad pass. I saw some passes that were thrown at receivers' feet. I saw passes that were way overthrown over the receiver's head. I mean, he clearly was affected by the pressure and the nerves of being his, first collegiate start. He didn't do bad overall, but I mean, they kept talking about how composed he was, and I'm like, what the fuck game are you watching? I agree, guys. That sucked. I pulled him off. He didn't do terrible, but he made a lot of bad passes. Throwing sideways. He took a couple of intentional grounding calls that are just poor execution. All right, Cameron. He showed a lot of promise as well, but he was not the composed guy they kept talking about. Oh, yeah, look at him. He's so cool and calm as he's throwing the ball 20 feet over the receiver's head, or throwing it into his feet, or taking another intentional grounding call. It's the beginning of the game. He looked good. Here's Spiller with another big run. He looked good at the beginning of the game when they kept him. All of his passes were under 5 yards, and they were doing a good job trying to get his feet wet. But then when they opened it up a little bit, that's when the cracks started to show. But he's definitely got potential. He's going to be a good quarterback. He just wasn't the calm, cool guy they kept talking about last night. Look at Jake Bradell going up, making the catch, coming down, splitting two defenders. He's like, yep. Who's next? Braden Streeter, 8 for 8 for 115 yards. Delaware really showing off the offense here for the first time this season. Haven't really had any offensive explosions. They are certainly off to a good start here tonight, this afternoon. They did good last night at Penn State. They did enough to get a 17-7 win against the 4th-ranked team in the nation. Aye. Go, go, go. Aye, Jesus. Ran the wrong way there, Luke. Gideon Kikaha with the tackle. It's now 3rd and 7. Where are we? 24. Spiller finds a hole. He's got the first down. Needed 7, got 9. First down at the 13. Carson Beck looked very solid for the Hurricanes. Very solid. I was waiting for him to collapse, but he did really good. Got himself out of trouble a few times. I'll tell you what, though, it's going to take a lot of getting used to. After watching Cam Ward last year, the way he just danced his way out of trouble, he was calm, cool, and collected in the pocket. I mean, he was insane the way he was so collected. Touchdown, Jake Bradell. Blue Hens with more. 6 more. It was so nerve-wracking watching Cam Ward last year and how calm he was. I mean, he was almost too calm. And he just always was able to escape danger. And Carson Beck, he proved that he's kind of mobile. Hey, he's no Cam Ward. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Godspeed. He's not Cam Ward by any means, but he proved that he could get out of trouble. and still stay composed enough to get a good pass off. So he did good. I think it was 20 of 32 or something like that. 205 yards, a couple of touchdowns. I didn't see any blatant mistakes, no interceptions, no grossly bad passes. He did overshoot some couple guys. He did throw a couple passes into the feet. Not a lot. Not nearly as much as CJ Carr did. Overall, it was pretty good. It's going to be, it was good to see him get through that game, and then we got Bethune-Cookman Saturday night. Well, that's a cupcake game for us. So it'll be nice to be able to work on some of those things that showed last night. But when your mistakes show and you still can beat the number 6 team in the nation, you did something right. So the Canes are 1-0. They're number 10 in the poll. Nice sack. Julius Purrier with the sack. 7-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 9 back at the 20. Miami of Ohio is having not a good afternoon. If I hadn't screwed up, it'd be worse for them. So I don't know. I think they're going to come out with new rankings tonight. I think they'll come out in about a half an hour. I say Miami moves up to, we had 4 teams in the top 10 lose. But, you know, you have that happen when they're all playing each other. A lot of top 10 matchups this weekend. But I say that Miami moves up to number 6. We got 40 seconds left in the half here. 3 timeouts. See, I think Miami's going to move up to number 6. That's my prediction. And, you know, I got to say, Sean McDonough was on the play-by-play last night for the Miami game. And Sean McDonough got his start. I remember him from when I was a kid. He used to do play-by-play for the Red Sox. My dad was a Red Sox fan, and that's how I knew Sean McDonough from when I was a kid. I've been listening to him pretty much my whole life. And he worked for the Red Sox for many, many years, and then he started doing football, which is good. I like him as an announcer. But as he's getting older, I'm noticing some things. I don't know if he's too comfortable since he's been doing it for so many years, but there were some shortcomings in his game last night. First of all, it was raining at the beginning of the game, and he did not mention the rain. I'm going to go for it here. He did not mention the rain until the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. He did not mention that it was raining. He didn't mention that the field was slippery. He didn't mention that, oh shit, you know, the weather being the equalizer, nothing. There were some camera shots of a pretty steady rain coming down, and he still didn't mention it. And I was waiting to see if he would say anything. With 8 minutes left in the first quarter, he finally said there was a drizzle coming down. I don't know, man. That's the announcer in me. That's the play-by-play in me. You got to mention it, man. You got to, come on. The elements are one of the biggest factors of a game. And I think, I don't know, I think maybe because he was on TV, he was thinking that, that we could see it, but you got to mention it, man. You got to mention it. There was a lot of things that he spoke of during the game that just didn't make sense. Like when he was talking about CJ Carr and how calm and composed he was as he's throwing balls 20 feet over receivers' heads. Maybe it was because it was the first game of the season for him. You know, that could be why. I like Sean McDonough. I always thought, and still do, think that he's a fantastic play-by-play guy, one of the best. But he wasn't on top of his game last night. All right, 21-7 as we start the second half. Delaware Blue Hens' first ever Midwest Conference game. They're off to a pretty good start. Luke Brown bringing the kickoff out of the end zone to the 17-yard line. Delaware's had a lot of success moving the ball here this afternoon. There's another completed pass to Jake Burdell. 9-yard gain. That was Luke Brown. I'm sorry with the reception. His third of the afternoon. They've been running. They've been passing. Everything going right for the Blue Hens tonight. The only mistake of the game was when I tried to control a defender. Look at Greg Spiller. Up to 81 yards now. All the way to the Redhawks' 41-yard line. The only drawback this afternoon for the Blue Hens is when I took over his cornerback and gave up a touchdown. Blue Hens are really racking up the yards here this afternoon. Braden Streeter back to pass. Oh, he's hammered. The ball pops out and falls incomplete by Job with the hit. And that makes it 2nd down and 10. I hope everybody had a good day today. It's a holiday here in the United States, so really not much going on. Look at that guy just standing there as Damian, or whatever his name is, Damian Claiborne. Damian is his name? I don't know. Claiborne ran right by him. Did you see that defender just standing there? It was like he was being blocked by Casper the Ghost. See on the replay here. Here he comes. Right there, number 33. He was just standing there. Casper had a good hold on him. One more look at it. There he is. Streeter to the right side. Hits Jake Burdell. In the flat, and he's got a first down to the 8-yard line. Braden Streeter's got 160 yards passing. 2 touchdowns and an interception. Pretty good game for him so far. Drag route. Hits McKinley. Bounces off 3 tacklers and falls into the end zone. It's a touchdown for the Blue Hens. Oh, it is, Ken? No, that's cool. Yeah, really not much going on. Just a lazy day. Me and Bonnie been sitting here hanging out at the house. Nothing to do. It's nice change. Things have been just going nonstop. Things have been going so nonstop. Bonnie has been incredibly bored today. We didn't have anything to do. Thanks, Ken. We were thinking about going out to dinner, but most of the places are closed. Oh, flag on the play. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. We'll take it. We'll take it. Lots of empty seats here for the conference opener. The Redhawks at 1 and 2. Not really giving their fans something they want to come out and look at. Yes, Ken, it is. Yep. I've been thinking it's Sunday all day. Draw play up the middle doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, several times today I thought it was Sunday. Well, you know, with the Hurricanes playing last night, you know, they usually play on Saturdays, so All day long I've been thinking it's Sunday today. Screen pass to the left. Nowhere to go. Actually lost a yard. It's going to be 4th and 13. Redhawks have 102 yards passing and only 2 yards rushing. Cameron said I'd take a nap. Cameron, I take a nap every day. Sometimes 2. On good days, 3. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Hey, Earl. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well tonight. I do not remember, Earl. I'll look at the schedule after the game. I'm sorry, I don't remember the whole schedule, but I'll look after the game and see. Akron and Kent State, they're in the Midwest Conference? I don't remember. I'll take a look after the game, though. I take a nap every day, Cameron. A good day is 2. A better day is 3. I usually stay up late at night and I get up early in the morning. I'll nap on the couch. Sometimes I'll just go back to bed. I don't care. Yes, I do. Matt McKinley with his 3rd catch of the afternoon. He's got 31 yards now. Here we go. Damian Claiborne, that's his name. No, it's not, Earl. The Mid-America Conference is different than the Midwest. There's Claiborne out of the backfield. Touchdown, Blue Hens. Braden Streeter led him perfectly on the angle route. Claiborne caught it in stride and he was gone. The Mid-America Conference is different from the Midwest Conference. The Mid-America Conference is the MAC. The Midwest is, well, the Midwest. Thank you, Ken. I believe it starts Thursday, Ken. I think that's correct, yes. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, the Mid-America Conference is the MAC. Akron, Toledo. I think Buffalo's in the MAC. Kent State is in the MAC. Yeah, so no, they're not on my schedule because I'm in the Midwest. They're 2 different conferences. 6 plays, 54 yards on the drive. 1 minute, 34 seconds off the clock. And Delaware well out in front of this one, 35-7. I was in the MAC a couple of seasons, I don't know, a few seasons ago. I took Toledo. I don't know, Earl. Maybe they changed because I have not messed with the conferences at all. They're listed in the Midwest here. I have not changed any conferences in the Dynasty mode at all, other than the Blue Hens. So maybe they moved over. Hold on, I'll check. Oh, they picked up the blitz. Nice job, they picked up the blitz. Hey Siri, what conference are the Miami, Ohio Redhawks in?
The Miami, Ohio Redhawks compete in the Mid-American Conference.
Alright, so it's saying that they're in the Mid-American, like you said. So why are they in the Midwest here in the game? That's interesting. Maybe they changed. Maybe they changed. That's very interesting. Well, check out the conferences after the game. Because they got the Midwest logo on their field here. So they're playing in the Midwest Conference. They might have moved. I don't know. I don't know if teams are moving on their own. I don't know. We'll check it out after the game. I don't know if teams move conferences on their own in Dynasty mode. I don't know if the simulator does that or not. I don't know. We'll check it out after the game. But that's the Midwest markings, and I didn't change anybody. We'll look and see. We'll check it out. Because one of the reasons I did offline Dynasty this year was I didn't want to bring in any, I didn't want to use any created teams this year. So I left all the conferences the way they were. So we'll check it after the game. And see, because somehow Miami of Ohio is in the Midwest Conference. Yeah, the Midwest logo. That's what I'm saying, Earl. The Midwest. I moved Delaware into the Midwest Conference after last season for this season. That's the end of the third quarter. I moved them into the Midwest Conference, but I didn't change any other teams. So I don't know how the Red Hawks got in the Midwest Conference. They obviously are with that logo on the field. We'll check it out after the game and see. I don't know how they got here. We'll look at the conferences after the game's done, but they're in the Midwest here. I didn't move them. I haven't moved any teams other than Delaware, so I don't know how they got here. But it's a conference game for sure. Fucking bitch. Now it's fourth down. Where are we? All right, this is the worst drive of the game. Yeah, that could be, kid. Oh, yeah, Midwest. I'm sorry. I keep saying Midwest. You're right, it's Mountain West. I don't know why I keep saying that. My apologies. You're right on that. Yeah, Boise State's in the conference with us. We're playing them later. I know that. I'll look at the schedule and the conferences after the game. Mountain West. It's Mountain West. I keep saying Midwest. That's my fault. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I keep saying Midwest. Thank you for correcting me on that. Took me a while to figure out. But still, Miami of Ohio's in the wrong conference. You're right about that. Unless they moved. I don't know if teams move on their own in Dynasty. I don't think they do. I don't know. I didn't move them, though. But yeah, we're in the Mountain West, not the Midwest. Mountain West. No, I think I just say Midwest because I'm so used to saying Midwest over the years. Mountain West is not something I normally say. Midwest, we talk about the Midwest all the time. That's not because of Ohio. It's because habit. But I'll stop doing that now. I'll start paying attention. Midwest. It's the Mountain West. That's just habit, Midwest. All right, fourth down. They're going to go for it. We're in the Mountain West. It's our first ever Mountain West Conference game. That's a bad habit. I have to break that. Oh, again! Fuck, man, if I was the corner, I'd be on the bench. That one I can't answer, Earl. I do not know. It does seem kind of stupid, doesn't it? I don't know why they would want to have a helmet so close to another helmet. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why that is. But they've been that way for quite a while. Delaware just made the move to Division I this season, but their helmets have been that way for a while anyway. I wish they didn't. Last season, here in Dynasty mode, we almost played Michigan in the playoffs. So we almost had a game with two teams with the same helmet. I agree, Ken. Yeah, I was really not looking forward to that. Having two teams with the same helmet. It's a different shade of blue. Michigan's is a little bit darker. But yeah, I do not understand that at all. Here's Luke Brown on the jet sweep, breaking tackles left and right. He's down to the 12-yard line. Braden Streeter up to 238 yards in the air now with 4 touchdowns. And that pick. Yeah, I don't know why the Blue Hens helmet is the way it is. I wish it wasn't. I wish it was different. I mean, they could put the Blue Hen guy, the Blue Hen logo, on the helmet. Why wouldn't they? On the speed option, Greg Spiller goes backwards. Tyrese Whitaker finally pushes him out of bounds after a 4-yard loss. And, you know, I would think... thought that hole was going to open up. I would think that with the move to Division I, knowing that the Michigan helmet is what it is, I would think that when they move to Division I here, the Blue Hens would make some adjustments to their helmet. Maybe go to the mascot on the helmet, but they didn't make any changes. Not as of yet, anyway. All right, here comes Taco Bell for a 30-yard field goal attempt. 12-mile-an-hour crosswind. Shouldn't be much of an issue, though. And the kick is off the right, upright, and no good. Fucking bitch. If the wind was a little bit stronger, it would have made it good. Taco Bell's missed 2 field goals in 2 consecutive games. He missed one last night, too. Last night's miss was way off. This one, at least it hit the upright, but come on, man. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. I mean, they welcomed baby Chalupa into the world a couple months back. Maybe he's not getting as much sleep as he needs. Yes, he is, Bonnie. Welcome to the stream. I hope everything's going well out there on the couch. Yes, baby Chalupa is very disappointed in Papa. Two-minute warning in this Mountain West opener for both teams. Baby Chalupa had to close his eyes and look away. Papa Bell. Papa Bell. Remember Papa Bell from the old Negro Leagues? Cool Papa Bell. But his Papa Bell missed a field goal yesterday. Now he's missed one again here today. 4th down. Redhawks going for it. Looking deep into double coverage. It's intercepted by Graham. And the Blue Hens are going to take over at their own 45 with 1:45 to play. Yeah, that's what I said, kid. It's baby Chalupa keeping him up all night. He's got a bad case of the sour creams, keeping him up late. A.J. Graham. A.J. Graham with the interception. Oh, I'm never gonna stop with the Taco Bell puns. Claiborne. You know what? Let's take the starters out. Thank you, Godspeed. Oh, masked up starters. Okay, so some of them are already in. All right. Here come the backups. Yeah, he's got a bad case of the sour creams. Keeping him up all night. Oliver Red with his first carry of the season. Picks up 8. They're calling it 7. I'm calling it 8. Archfield is in at quarterback. Here's another jet sweep. Luke Thomas picks up some more yardage. First down. E.J. Archfield, 11 yards on the completed pass. That's what they call that jet sweep, a pass. Coming up on a minute to go in this one. Delaware comfortably in front, 35-14. Here's Red again. Picks up 7. It's 3rd down and 1. Oliver Red in the backfield again. He's going to take the handoff on the RPO. He's got a first down to the 16-yard line. Oliver Red has played very well whenever he's got into the lineup. Damian Claiborne there, 13 carries for 100 yards. Why is he in the lineup? I took the starters out. Let's call timeout. I took the starters out. He's not supposed to be in the lineup. And it's telling me here I got a sub issue here. What's going on? Yeah, he should not be. Claiborne should not be in the lineup. He shouldn't be on the field. I took him out. First down. Daniel McConomy in the backfield now. Looking for a hole. He's got a touchdown. Delaware puts the exclamation point on this one. Daniel McConomy takes it in for 6 more with 6 seconds to go. It's 41-14. Blue Hens all over the Redhawks. Yeah, that seems to happen more often than not, Ken. I mean, I understand, like, with what happened in the Rose Bowl when I didn't have any more running backs, they took the guy out of the press box and dressed him, put him on the field. I get that. But when you substitute your guys so injuries don't happen, yeah, that is, I consider it highly fucking annoying. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Godspeed. Yeah, I consider it highly annoying. And one of these times, it hasn't happened yet, but one of these times it's going to come back and it's going to fucking hurt me. Where one of the guys I take out of the game is going to get hurt. And it's going to be a long-term injury. And that is really going to suck. Knocked away, and that's going to do it. Mountain West opener in the books. For Delaware, they get a 42-14 victory over the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. The only 2 scores the Redhawks got is when I played cornerback. They burned me both times, sons of bitches. Braden Streeter's your player of the game. Don't go away. We're going to see who we're playing tomorrow night, and we're going to check those conferences and the schedule. I know Boise State's on the schedule for later in the year. So Miami falls to 1-3 on the year, 0-1 in the Mountain West. Delaware improves to 2-1 after a season-opening loss to UAB. They are 1-0 in the Mountain West. Let's take a look at your statistics. First down, 25-6 Delaware. Total offense, 455 yards for the Blue Hens. Wow. 111 for the Redhawks. Total plays, 53-35 Delaware. Blue Hens carried the ball 30 times for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. Miami, 15 carries for 18 yards. In the air, Delaware, 23 of 23. Wow, we didn't throw an incomplete pass the whole game. 4 touchdowns, 249 yards and 4 touchdowns. 23 of 23. That's incredible. That's the first time we've done that. Thank you, Ken. Miami, 11 of 20, 165 and 2 touchdowns. That's an incredible day. 23 for 23. We've never had that happen before. Third down conversions, we were 5 for 8. They were 1 for 8. Fourth down conversions, we were 0 for 1. They were 1 for 2. Red zone, 71% for us. We got 5 touchdowns. Each team had a turnover by throwing an interception. Total yards on the afternoon, 532 for Delaware, 287 for Miami. Only 1 penalty in the game. It was on the Red Hawks roughing the kicker on a PAT. And time of possession in favor of the Blue Hens, 13-7. Player stats. Braden Streeter. Well, I don't understand. How are we 23 of 23? We weren't perfect. We were 19 of 23. So that, thanks for that, EA. Team stats. Passing, 23 of 23. Yeah, I got all excited for nothing. Not excited, but we weren't 23 of 23. We were 19 of 23. Thanks, EA. Braden Streeter, 18 of 22, 238 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a pick. E.J. Archfield was 1 for 1 for 11 yards. So we were not a perfect passing on the day. Damian Claiborne, 14 carries, 105 yards. He got hurt late. Greg Spiller, 11 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown. Oliver Red, 3 carries, 24 yards. Daniel McConomy, 1 carry for 5 yards and a touchdown. And Braden Streeter, 1 carry for -7 yards. It was a sack. Jake Burdell, 7 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Big game for him. Luke Brown, 4 catches for 46 yards. Matt McKinley, 3 catches, 31 yards, and a touchdown. Damian Claiborne, 3 catches, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Calvin Thomas, 1 catch for 11. And Daniel McConomy, 1 catch for 7. No drops for the Blue Hens wide receiving core this afternoon. There's a look at your scoring summary. 7-0 Blue Hens after 1, 21-7 at the break. And they did not look back en route to a 42-14 drubbing of the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Mountain West opener for both teams. Yeah, I've been saying that wrong all this time, and I didn't even realize it. Thank you, Earl, for pointing that out. Midwest is just a habit to say. I do know the difference. I didn't realize I was saying it. It's Mountain West opener for both teams. Delaware with the 42-14 win. Jake Burdell, 7 catches, 111 yards, 2 TDs. And we outpassed them 249-165. Outrushed them 206-18. There is your up to the minute Mountain West standings. All right, so let's advance it to the week, and then we'll look at the schedule and the conferences for sure, because, yeah, that's right. Miami, Ohio, they're not supposed to be in the Mountain West. Have a good night yourself, Godspeed. Thank you for joining. All right, tomorrow night's opponent will be the Wyoming Cowboys. Mountain West opponent. And it's a home game for us. We come home. The Cowboys are 0-3. Delaware is 2-1. Heisman hopefuls, we don't have any. Take a look at our one recruit. And is he ready to visit yet? We're still second on his list. And he's not ready to visit yet. Wow. We got 450 hours and nobody to use them on. That's a shame. Nobody available. Wow. What a shitty year for recruiting. Worst one we've had yet. All right, team schedule. Let's look at the team schedule. UAB at home, at Penn State, at Miami University. Home against Wyoming. Non-conference game against James Madison. Mountain West game against UNLV. Mountain West game against Air Force. Mountain West game against Colorado State. At UConn, that's non-conference. There's Boise State. Home game. Utah State and the Ohio Bobcats. So yeah, Boise State is on the schedule. Now, let's take a look at those conferences. Alabama, Alabama beat Ohio State. They did 38-34. All right, top 25. We're not getting any love. Conference standings. All right, I don't know why they're not showing yet. But here is the Midwest Conference standings. Yeah, we got some shakeups here because Toledo is in the MAC, and they're here in the Midwest. So in the Midwest Conference, we have Delaware, who I put here. We got Toledo, UNLV, Boise State, New Mexico, Utah State, Nevada, Colorado State, Air Force, Wyoming, Miami University, and Ohio. All right, so let's look at the MAC and see what happened here. We got Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Buffalo, Akron, UConn is in there. Kent State, Northern Illinois, Boise, Bowling Green, UMass is in there, and Ball State. So definitely got some shenanigans going on here. Yeah, I see that, Earl. I didn't do that though, so I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I didn't do it. The only change I made, because I wanted all the conferences to stay the same, the only change I made was moving Delaware. There's your ACC, right? Those are all the ACC teams. Yep. American. UTSA, I think they're in the American. I can't keep up with that conference. They change all the time, but everybody looks good in that conference. I know USF is in the American. Big 12. Is BYU in the Big 12? Yeah. So the Big 12 looks good. Big 10. They look good. Conference USA. This is another one I have a hard time keeping up with. But this is the one we just left. No independence. I did add... All right, now for the independence, I did make that change. That's all I did, though. I put the independence, I put Notre Dame in the ACC, where they belong. And I put UMass and UConn in the MAC. Because I didn't want them to be independent. And the MAC had the fewest amount of teams. That's why UConn and UMass are in the MAC. But I didn't take the other two out. So I don't know how they got there. There's the Mountain West. I almost said it again, Midwest. I'm so used to, I see MW and I think Midwest. I have to break that habit. Pac-12, I did remake the Pac-12, so I did do the, oh, that's what I did. You know what? I probably moved them, Earl. Probably just trying to even out the conferences because I created the Pac-12 again. I recreated the Pac-12, and to make the Pac-12, I wanted some of the conferences were weak on teams, so I had to make some adjustments to even them out. So yeah, I probably did change it because see, in the Pac-12, I put in San Jose State, Hawaii, Fresno State, and San Diego State because I wanted them in the Pac-12 because it makes sense for them to be in the Pac-12. So yeah, that's probably what happened. When I made this, it left the other conferences short. So I had to move a few teams, and I put UConn and UMass in there, and I probably moved those over. The Mountain West probably had the least amount of teams. Yeah, because I took San Diego State out of there. They were in there. Hawaii was in there as well. I think San Jose State's in the Mountain West too, aren't they? So they were probably really weak on teams. So I think I took those two out. And I did those two so they could keep their rivalry going. Yeah. So that's how it happened. Now I remember. Nothing else I changed. But yeah, creating the Pac-12 screwed everything up. Making the Pac-12 screwed everything up. So that's that. That's how that happened. All right. I did it like, when did the game come out? A month ago, 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago? I don't remember. I couldn't remember. I remember I wanted to keep all the teams intact, but that's what happened. Because the Mountain West was weak on squads. So I had to move a couple teams out of the MAC to put them in the Mountain West. That's what it was. Sorry, I couldn't remember that. There's a lot of shit I can't remember. All right, here's the depth chart. Streeter is solidly the starter. Spiller 78, Claiborne 77, McConomy 76. So we have some competition at the halfback position. Wide receiver Wilson 80, McKinley 76, Luke Brown 74. Jake Burdell is 78. I'm going to be sad when Jake Burdell graduates. He's been very strong for us. Very strong. All right. Injury report. Thankfully, it's empty. All right. So that's what it was. I wanted to keep the rivalry intact, Earl. So I put I put Ohio and Miami. I moved them both over. They needed two teams to round out, give it a round number to keep the schedule balanced, and I wanted them to keep their rivalry. So that's why they're both over there. Oh, I got all kinds of them lined up, Earl. Taco Bell's the kicker now, but yeah, Burger King, he's going to be coming around. We got a Dairy Queen, maybe. I got a whole list of them here on my desk of who's going to be the kickers in the future. Burger King, yeah, he's definitely high up on the list, though. That's for sure. Yep. Who else do we got? Oh God, I can't think of any. I can't see my desk right now. But yeah, we got, and they don't have to be kickers. From now on, anybody's name who I cannot pronounce, I'm going to. Yeah, but I need two names. Sonic. We could call him Sonic Burger. I got anybody's name I can't pronounce. I don't have to learn how to pronounce it because it's a video game, so I'm just going to change the name. And, we talk about food so much, restaurants are going to be what we're going to use. Yeah, Taco Bell, Burger King, Dairy Queen. Yeah, Sonic Burger. Yeah, he could be one. He could be one for sure. I got to think of all the places, the food places, but yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool, Ken. Oh, we can have Colonel Sanders. Yeah, we can have Colonel Sanders. And Popeyes doesn't really have a mascot, right? But we could call somebody Popeyes Chicken. Yeah. Really, that's interesting, Earl. That's different. That's funny. Yeah, so it's Taco Bell right now, and then and it doesn't have to be a kicker. As soon as we get somebody whose name I can't pronounce, we got a whole list of names that we're going to name them after. All right, that's going to do it for me. I got to go get me some dinner. Speaking of food. So I hope you guys had fun tonight. Make sure you hit that like button. Smash that thumbs up button down below. Yeah, popcorn chicken. That's a good one. Chicken nugget. That's a good one, too. We got baby chalupa. We got Taco Bell, and he just gave birth to baby chalupa during the Rose Bowl, before the Rose Bowl. So we got those two ensconced into the University of Delaware dynasty. Popcorn chicken, that's a good one too. If you were entertained in any way or had fun tonight, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Now's a good time to take care of that. Spike that subscribe button and then hit that bell icon to turn on all of your notifications so you don't miss out. Got tons and tons of stuff coming up on the channel for you in the future. Today, I put up the simulation of this week's Miami Bethune-Cookman game. And I'll tell you what, if you guys like to use the created teams, which I normally do, I just decided I wasn't going to do it this year. I downloaded the Bethune-Cookman team from the community center this morning for the sole purpose of doing that simulation for the Hurricanes game because Bethune-Cookman is not in the game. I found, if you guys want to find a Bethune-Cookman, a very good rendering for the team, just do a search. I just put in Bethune, Bethune, as a keyword, and then find the most downloaded one. It has 1,000 downloads, and I checked it out, and I can't remember the guy's name who made the team, but he did a fantastic job. He gave him a roster that's stronger than they actually are, but he did a really good job on the uniforms and their football field. I mean, it's beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. So it's got the soccer game markings, the soccer field markings on their football field. Really, really cool stuff. So if you like to include Bethune-Cookman in your dynasty, definitely check that one out. Just put in Bethune in the keywords and find the one that's been downloaded 1,000 times. And it is very, very cool. So, and you can see them. You can't see them, their field on the game with the Hurricanes because the game is played in Miami. But you can see the uniforms in that video I put up today. The guy did a really nice job on that team. So just want to give a shout out to that. And that simulation is up as well. That went up today. I'm going to put up every week. I'm going to put up a simulation of the Hurricanes game for that week, just because I'm a Hurricanes fan. So that's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. Thank you, Earl, for joining and for correcting me. Thank you for that. Thank you for calling me out on that because I would have kept doing it for another year. I got to make an effort to stop doing that. Thank you, Ken, for joining. Thank you, Godspeed, for joining. Thank you, Bonnie, for stopping in. Thank you, Cameron, for joining. I think he might have left us. Thank you, everyone else who stopped in along the way. I appreciate all you guys. Have yourself a fantastic night and have a good day at work tomorrow. I'll see you at 5 o'clock tomorrow night when Delaware has their first home game in the Mountain West, and they are hosting the Wyoming Cowboys. And Wyoming is 0-3. We got a tale of two teams heading in two different directions. So I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Have a great day. Hope you had fun tonight. Thank you for joining. I'll see you tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Go Blue Hens.